Hello, my name's Willie Kelly, and I'd like to welcome you here to the beautiful coast of Maine. As you can see, we're hanging out in my kitchen, and I'd like to talk to you today about the major scale. I personally believe the major scale is basic to who we are at this point, and this certainly in Western culture at least. Music has always been part of people, and as people have progressed, music has progressed. We've sought it out, we create it, we listen to it, and when people were new, beating on a log was like way cool, and it is way cool. It's still way cool, but if you've ever seen the Kodo drummers, I mean, give me a break, that's cool. But as people progressed, music's progressed, and our ability to make music has progressed. Personally, I've been into music since day one. I've come from a musical family. My dad played, my mom played, my brother and my sister both play a little bit. My brother collects guitars, my sister's an avid music listener, and I used to torture her trying to get her to sing harmony for me when we were kids. And I have pursued music all my life, and I grew up playing. I've been playing a long time. By way of introduction to me, I have a master's in music education. I've been performing music for whoever would listen since I was a teenager, and started gigging, local bars before I was old enough to drink. And not that that slowed me down, but I've played all over the country. I've toured. I've just been a musician at this point way most of my life, okay? So when it comes to the major scale, I think that people have progressed, music has progressed with us, and at a time in history, it finally came to this is what we accepted as what we listened to, the major scale. There's many examples in our music culture, again, Western culture. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. But, major scale, like way major scale. I've been working on the railroad, again, major scale. Take me out to the ball game, all solid major scale. Before we had music notes, like writing music, we had what were called neumes. And they would give you a general area of where the music was at. Singers like from about 650 to 1000 CE after Christ used neumes, and they began working in modes, all very church music oriented. It wasn't exactly what the major scale is today, but it was heading in that direction. A Benedictine monk, Guido of Arezzo, came along around 1000, and he realized that we need some improvement, and he came up with notes. There were variations on notes too. There were colors that denoted some music, but generally he's accepted as the guy that came up with close to what we have today. Music written on a staff. Today, music written on a 5-line staff. So it made more exact harmonic relationships possible to share via writing. It made more exact rhythmic notation. So it was a big improvement. So Guido developed also syllables that started, when he started, it was do, re, mi, fa, sol, la was the scale, which eventually became do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. You'll know that. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Okay. Major scale, in this case C major scale. On my handy dandy iPad piano, my big piano is a little out of tune. I have to work on that. So solfege is what those signs are called, and those signs are handy because the signs, they help you know the scale. So you sing, match the note. When you're going to match a note, listen first. Do. A lot easier if it's in your head before you're trying to sing it. It's a mistake people make. Oh, I'll just start singing. Singing means making noise. Singing means listening often. That's another day, I suppose, another different article, but do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do goes both ways. In my article, I generally just stick to that, but we're going to get to the punchline here in a second on how this can help. First of all, you get your voice matched with a sign. It's a visual thing, looking at it the way you see it, looking at it the way others see it. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. I can see it. I can feel it in my hand. I can feel it in my singing. I can hear it in my singing. I can play it on a piano. I could play it on a guitar. That'll be another article. So major scale goes up, goes down. Know now, if you were writing it, I'm going to tell you this. If you go to the article, you can see it. I don't think I wrote it in music. I just wrote out whole step, half step. Reading is a different thing. And you know, when we learn the major scale at school, you're reading. It's reading. And the visual is good. But for this article right now, it's more about inside, okay? So, do, go up to re is a whole step. Do, re, and if you think about it, a whole step means do, 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 re, mi. So we have do to re is a whole step, re to mi is a whole step, mi to fa is a half step, semitone or half step. Do, whole step to re, whole step to mi. Do, whole tone to re, whole tone to mi, half step to fa, fa to so is a whole step to la, whole step to ti, half step to do. Do, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step, and that's a way of writing and relating to it. You can make a major scale out of anywhere. We started on C, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. I could start on D. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. It's a movable do system. So we choose the note we want to start with. E, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. D, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Knowing, we'll talk about sharps and flats at another time. I really want to get the feeling. So let me get to this. Octaves, one thing quick. Do, we're back in C. I presume you can hear that. Do, C, do, 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 do. Okay, knowing that if we were on A, just because I have the numbers quick, A, you can hear they're the same note, but they're not the same note. A, A440, that's what we tune to, that's why I chose that, I happen to know it. A440 hertz, that's a frequency. A880, it's double. So an octave is, every octave is double. So there's a mathematical reality to this. Octaves are hard to explain because you're saying they're the same but they're different. Music, to understand it, is about doing it. Starting with C, feel it, sing it, do it. So let's do a little of that. Let's go back to real quick before we gotta go here. It's getting late. Mary had a little lamb. That's not where it starts though, is it? It's me. So it's do, re, mi. Mary had a little lamb. Mi, do, re, mi. I found it. Mi. I'm just gonna play this. Play that so we hear something under it. Mary had a little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. Mi, re, do, re, mi, re, mi, so. Mi, re, do, re, mi, do, re, mi, re, do. I sang it a little different. I do the signs with it. When you get to where you can do the scale, do, re, mi, do, re, mi, fa, so, fa, mi, re, do. Get your little piano, iPad, come on, we're online. Chances are you've got a phone or an iPad or a computer you can download. There's virtual pianos. I'm not sure if I put that resource. If I didn't, I'll go back and put the resource in. Maybe I'll put it in this video too. There's virtual piano online. That's how I recorded what I did for the article. It's not fancy. It's, it's just, but it's there. We have access to notes, okay? I guess I'll just say major scale. Cheer up, you already know it. Sing it. Sing Mary Had a Little Lamb. Do it in your room. You don't want people to hear fun. Pick another song. I've been working. Do, so, do, re, mi, do, fa. I knew fa just because I knew it wasn't sol, but it was above where I had just been, so it was above me. Where am I left with? Fa. Ear training is like way cool. And if you want that, leave me comments, please. It's encouraging to get a like on the YouTube. Maybe go to my website, check out the article, the post, Beginning the Major Scale. If you want, there's free stuff, and I keep throwing more in it. So once you get into that free stuff page, there'll be more there as time goes on. So please subscribe. Subscribe to my YouTube channel would be great. Hit the little bell for notifications. And I have many other videos out, and I'll be doing more. Leave me a comment. Let me know, hey, you didn't mention this, or hey, what about this, or where do we find this? How do we get this? I am here to be your guy, your music guy. I want to be your resource. Willie Kelly, I'm so glad to see you here. Thank you for joining me here today.